So how do we go about finding our ideal client? I know the answer to that question because I've been playing with it for the last 30 years since I've been involved in the helping industry, helping people solve problems, capitalize on opportunities. People like me and you, coaches, consultants, speakers, trainers, mentors, accountants, exactly that group of people who are in the helping industry. And here's an expression which I wrote, which I think is something we can have a long conversation about one day, but for today to use it as a starting point of this conversation about finding our ideal client. If you want a bigger payment, then you better solve a bigger problem. If you want a bigger payment, then you better solve a bigger problem. And it's that idea that I use in order to find the sort of clients that I can help because I can solve their problems. So how do we find out what our clients' problems are? Well, there's a number of ways that we can do that, obviously. Number one, we can ask our current clients what were the problems that they had, particularly in their own words, so we get that voice of customer information. What were the problems that they had that made them use our services or products in the first place? So we can start that way. Secondly, we can do surveys, both with those people, current clients, and generally in the marketplace by offering surveys. People like to answer questions, so we can do that in that way. And the other way we can do it is by our own knowledge, experience, and expertise. We can start to think, I think this is probably the problem that my potential clients have. Let me focus on that. So having established that, what we then do is we get into content marketing and marketing messages that focus on that problem and also the fact that we have a solution to that particular problem. So for example, I know, because of having created my avatar diagram, that the sort of problems that my clients face are running out of time before they get enough money, because they may be charging what I would consider too low a fee for the value that they deliver to people. Or they're working all the time because they haven't created informational products and they're only ever swapping time for money to share with their clients what they know and how they can help their clients. So there's a variety of these things. It may well be that we're looking for the driver of that particular problem. And for me, the driver of most of the problems that my clients face comes down to one word. It's either ends of it: insignificance, significance, insignificance, significance. Because when we're looking at the various outcomes that people get from our interventions with them, yes, we can get them money, yes, we can get them reputation, yes, we can get them time, you know what I mean by that, because they're making more money, they get more choice. But really all of that can be wrapped up in one package called significance. So we've identified what that problem is. Now we need to put that out in the marketplace. However, rather than just putting that out, what we need to do then is to indicate that we have a very clear solution to that. When people know they have a problem, what they're looking for is a step-by-step solution that gets them the answers, the outcomes, the benefits that they are looking for. So in order to do that, we need to be really crystal clear about our explanation of the solution that we have. And when we do that, and particularly when we do it in a niche marketplace, then we create for ourselves the positioning of being the go-to person to solve that particular problem or to get that particular outcome. But for me, it all starts with identification of the problem that our ideal client has, because those two things go hand in hand. Ideal client with this problem, especially when we can identify and we can solve that for them. So back to the expression, if you want a bigger payment, then let's solve a bigger problem. I'm sure all of this makes some sense and you can take this away and use it. Well, I just found the buttons that I hope would be there to start with. As you gather, it brings up my name. If you've enjoyed this, there's plenty more videos about, and in the meantime, I wish you every success in all your adventures in life. From me, Peter Thomson. Until the next one, goodbye for now.